getting by with the bare latest on the story. Peter, a very scary situation out there for those workers.
It is, and Booma, authorities are tight-lipped right now on any possible connection between the fiery packages from Maryland on Thursday and D.C. on Friday. But they're saying that the packages themselves are very similar. Yesterday's parcel was addressed to Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano, and when it ignited in a mail processing facility in Northeast.
I got my Elks Club acceptance, which is cool. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to have to start getting out of this funk and get cleaned up a little bit and whatnot to go down that road, which also I want to get my real estate license and get that going, but I'm short cash, so that's another thing entirely. Spent most of the morning arguing with George about getting the ways of doing things. He doesn't really think that we should do anything until we have resources to do it, and my argument is that there's not necessarily going to be resources. So you have to find, finish off with the things that don't cost you anything to do. Otherwise, you're just locking in the place that you're starting from. So, anyway, it's like talking to a wall, so that's not going to happen either. I'm still going to work on the truck box today. That's the plan, the major plan. I'm going to get cleaned up. I took my wax project out, and I'm trying some new experiment. I'm letting it cool slower, and I just threw the thing in the refrigerator now because it cooled down to room temperature. I gotta figure a way to get a tripod going so this camera's not going to shake as much. I'll be working on Kaya's programming. She's been really good at picking the stock trends so far, and just about 100%. She even forecasts all this cancer stuff. It's crazy, but I'm gonna fine-tune that some. Anyway, let me go get shaved and cleaned up a little bit and start on something. I don't know what. Well, I've been trying to get cleaned up all day. The water hasn't been warm at all. It's been cold all day. I guess George's been using it all day. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just finish cleaning this truck out. Then I'm going to go hit up Lowe's and Walmart's and the thrift shop and see if I can find parts for this project. Now it's clean. Everything that's in here is supposed to be in it. My motorcycle, trash can for the truck, the generator, a hand truck in case I move something, broom to sweep it out with, which I'll do as soon as I tie the motorcycle up. My pool stick, which I'm going to have to take that inside and clean the case up. The gas can I'm going to take out. I got to replace that. The motorcycle fell on top of it, so that's screwed up. I'll pour the gas out and at some point and throw it away. And the toolbox. That's all that's in here. So I'll just got to clean it up. And that's that. Now onward out to Lowe's to get some more. Well, actually, I found some screws. I don't need them anymore. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do next. I decided to go down to Lowe's to price out parts for a steam Jenny. There's actually a story behind that. I used to work for a landscaper years ago, and I was a supervisor for a landscaping crew down in Picatinny, in New Jersey, and the landscaper had a pile of junk, and this is how I first got my first steam Jenny. I saw his steam Jenny, which is used for steam cleaning heavy equipment, on a pile of junk, and I bought it from him for $50 or $100. I can't remember which, but anyway, I totally rebuilt it, painted it with high heat paints, and it ended up beautiful, like brand new. And I was going to mount it on a back of a pickup truck, but it was on wheels, so you really didn't need to mount it. We bought, like, me and one of my friends, Andy, he he was going to go into partners with me in a steam cleaning business, and we talked to one of our friends, Tom, who used to work for the same landscaper, and he was related to some people in Moosic, Pennsylvania, who had a big trucking company, and we had the contract in the bag, and we were going to go up to Scranton that weekend and start the steam cleaning business as a subcontract to this one trucking company, which would have paid like $500-600 a week. I forget what it was. It was in that neighborhood to each of us. And anyway, it would have been hard work and all because they have a lot of trucks. But anyway, what happened was my mom had moved to Portland, PA from her house. These stupid batteries. Okay, I'm going to, I'll finish the story when I get home because I forgot the batteries, and these batteries are going to just keep kicking out. So anyway, I'll finish this story when I get home. Yeah, this camera's been really temperamental tonight. I lost like 3 videos for some reason. Hopefully it was because of the batteries. Anyway, let me get back to this story regarding the steam Jenny. Anyway, I rebuilt this steam Jenny from the landscaping company, and we arranged to subcontract for this trucking company out of Moosic that one of my friends was friends with the owner there, and we were going to stay in one of his houses, and we were going to go that weekend. But like, my mom had moved out to Pennsylvania with my sister, and then in Portland, and what happened was early on in the week she called me and was upset, and apparently my sister had been running with a wild bunch out there, and her boyfriend Rodney was wanted by the police, and they saw them downtown, and a cop started chasing Rodney. He jumped into her car, and she took off down the road. The cop was hot on his heels and smashed the back window of her car open and started to jump in the car. He smashed it with his billy club. So here's my sister took off down the street with the cop's legs flailing after him, and he fell out of the car, and then she vanished, and she was gone for days, and my mom called back the next day and said she never came home. So me and Andy canceled our deal with this Moosic trucking company and went out to Pennsylvania to try to find her. And we started staying in a condominium that just left my mom's ex-boyfriend in the house in New Jersey. And so we started hanging out down in this pool hall and spreading it around that we were looking for her, and we weren't going to stop till we found her. And, you know, people kept saying, well, yeah, she's all right. And I said, well, you know, I don't know she's all right. So finally, they knew we were going to hunt her down, and we were getting pissed. And they come up to me and Andy and said, okay, you know, we're going to take you up there to see her. And I didn't let Andy go because just in case something happened to me, I wanted him to, you know, be around to hunt them down. And anyway, they put me in a car, like 4 or 5 guys, I think it was 4 guys, and they made me wear a blindfold and drove me up into the Pocono Mountains, where I had no idea where we were because I was blindfolded, and they stop on this back road. And then they take the blindfold off, and one of the guys gets out and starts knocking on a tree. Somebody came out of the woods then, so I felt a little relieved, and then my sister followed with some other guy, and my sister said, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine. I said, yeah, well, you know, it would have been nice if you somehow let Mom know that you were alright. And that was that. So by then we had already blown off the, this was like probably a week and a half later, and by then we had, well, maybe a week and a couple days, we had already blown off the Moosic deal, so we still had the steam cleaning set up on the truck. We had a couple 100 feet of hose and everything, but Andy really didn't feel like doing it anymore, and he liked living in Pennsylvania, so we stayed out there, and I ended up eventually selling my steam cleaning equipment, which I really didn't want to do, which included the Steam Jenny, which is what the subject of this is really. So what I want to do is build a new Steam Jenny, because I can't afford to buy one because they're thousands of dollars. And sadly, I only got like $100 or $2 for mine. But you just can't replace it, and I need it. So I'm going to build one. I bought parts from a oil heater, and I'm going to build the coil. I know the function of them and everything, so I'll build one and build it into that box truck. And by the way, my sister ended up saying her ex-boyfriend, who she ran off with that time, he's in jail for an unrelated crime, and he'll never be getting out of jail. And my sister's actually married some really cool guy, who's the only weird part of him is that he likes the Broncos. Go Patriots. Anyway, they're happy, and they have some really great kids. I have 2 nieces and a nephew, and it's really nice. Anyway, that's the story of my Steam Jenny, and that's why I've been collecting crap to build a new one, because I really miss the thing. You can steam clean an engine and houses and everything else. And since then, Andy's died as well. He got run over by a train, and he lost his leg, and then that had happened before this. And then later on, he ended up hitting a truck in Scranton. He moved to Scranton, got married, moved to Scranton, had some kids, and he ended up hitting a truck in the fog, and he got out, and another truck come and smushed him in between the 2 trucks, so I miss him too. Anyway, that's the story of my Steam Jenny, and that's why I want another one, because, you know, I've had to rent one several times, and I've probably had hundreds of dollars, and there's a lot of stuff that needs cleaning, as you can see in my storage units, and you haven't even seen the dirty ones yet. So, anyway, that's life. Okay, back to this wax project. It looks like cooling it more slowly worked well. There's not so much of an indentation there, and it's smoother for sure. So, this is the second blank. So anyway, now what I'm going to do is connect them somehow and carve something. I don't know what. Well, the ending, I went down in the basement, and the ending from tonight is going to take the minutes over, so, because they only give you 15 minutes on YouTube, so I'll put tonight's ending on the beginning of tomorrow's vlog. So that's it. You guys all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.